left, right, faith and stride. God on my side, can't be denied. Marching through fire, marching through flood, chased by love, chosen by God. I was broken, thought I lost my way, but His mercy walked in and led me straight. In the valley, His light still shines. Love was chasing me the whole damn time. Who chased me? Oh, chased me. Who chose me? God chose me. Chased by love, chosen by God. Even in the storm, I never forgot. Grace called me when the world said no. Mercy said yes, and it won't let go. Won't let go, won't let go. Look, came from the struggle, scars on my name, but God flipped the script, turned my shame to flame. Tried to break me, but I still rise. I'm a soldier of faith with fire in my eyes. Tested, but I'm rooted. Storms can't drown me. His love so loud, can't keep it around me. Marching in step, destiny's call. Chosen by God, I'm standing tall. I'm not forgotten, I'm not alone. Marching with heaven, this is my home. His love surrounds me, His grace won't fade. Covered in power, I ain't afraid. Chosen by light, even in the storm, I'll never forget. Grace caught me when the world said no. Mercy said yes, and it won't let go. Won't let go, won't let go. Yeah, He chose me, He knows me, He holds me. Not by chance, not by luck, by divine design I rise up. Chased by love, chosen by God. That's my story, and that's enough. Yeah, He chose me, He knows me, He holds me. Not by chance, not by luck, by divine design I rise up. Chased by love, chosen by God. That's my story, and that's enough.
Seven realities of experiencing God. Powerful spoken word of faith, obedience, and spiritual breakthrough. The seven realities of experiencing God is by Henry Blackaby. Henry Blackaby is a well-known study about experiencing God. Go read that. Henry Blackaby, The Seven Realities of Experiencing God. It lays out a pattern for how God invites people into relationships and action with Him. I'm going to give you the seven realities. One, God is always at work around you. Even when you don't notice, He's moving pieces and people into place. Number two, God pursues a continuing love relationship with you that is real and personal, not just distant belief and ongoing living friendship. Number three, God invites you to become involved with Him in His work. He doesn't need us, but He chooses to pull us into the story. Number four, God speaks by the Holy Spirit through the Bible, prayer, circumstances, and the church to reveal Himself, His purpose, and His ways. The channels are many. There are many paths, but the message is one. His direction is clear when we listen. Number five, God's invitation for you to work with Him always leads you to a crisis of belief that requires faith and action. The fork in the road moment. Do you trust Him enough to move? Number six, you must make major adjustments in your life to join God in what He is doing. His work often demands realignment, habits, priorities, even relationships. Number seven, you come to know God by experience as you obey Him and He accomplishes His work through you. The knowing deepens not by theory but by lived obedience. I was 17, still in high school when life handed me a baby and a wedding band. By 30, I was wearing another uniform, a police blues, walking into roll call. And you remember at 25, I said it in previous videos, 25 is when I stopped hiding my secret that I had held from my family that I was a lesbian. I thought the badge made me bulletproof, but cancer, grief, and my own mind proved otherwise. My partner died. My daughter died 6 hours after she was born. And one day, I was locked in a mental institution. The department I gave my life to sent me termination papers while I was in the mental institution. But that's when I learned the first reality. God is always at work, even when you think he clocked out on you. God will never clock out on you. I clocked in to work, but my work clocked me out involuntarily while I was in the mental institution. But God never clocked out on me. Because even there, even in the sterile hospital walls, filled with panic, God whispered, I'm not done. God is not finished with you yet. The second reality, God pursues you with a love that's real and personal. When I grew up, religion told me I had to be perfect, basically. But spirituality told me to be present. I'm not religious, even though I grew up in a strict religious household. I'm more spiritual now. All I have to do is to be present. And God, he meets me. He meets me in my tears. He meets me in my journal pages. He meets me in gospel songs. Still meets with me. Even all I've done and said, God still meets with me. And he wants to meet with me. To be wanted by God is a beautiful feeling. The third reality, God invites you into his work. I thought I was done serving when I lost my badge because I made an oath to serve and protect. But God showed me my service wasn't tied to a paycheck. My service wasn't tied to a paycheck. It was tied to my voice, my story, my ability to connect with people who also feel unseen. This what I'm doing right now is a demonstration of God inviting me into his word by using my voice to share my story and hopefully connect with people who have been through what I've been through, who have been in a mental institution, who have had a traumatic brain injury, and suffer from C-PTSD, social anxiety. You are not unseen. I'm not unseen. I'm hiding behind these shades and this hat. I have social anxiety. For some reason, the shades make me feel better, even though I'm on camera and can't see people. And plus, sometimes my eyes, because of the medication I take, makes me look high. So I don't want you to think I'm high, because I'm not. The fourth reality, God speaks through the Bible, through prayer, through people, and through signs. Sometimes it may be a verse. Sometimes it's my therapist saying exactly what my spirit needs. Sometimes it's the dice on a craps table, falling in a way that makes me laugh and remember life is chance, but he's still sovereign. God is sovereign. The fifth reality, his invitation will lead you to a crisis of belief. Mine came the day I had to decide, do I keep shrinking to make everyone else comfortable? Or do I finally live as the woman God handcrafted me to be? Queer, strong, deeply feeling, and unashamed. The sixth reality, you have to make major adjustments. I'm still learning that. I'm still learning to adjust. Saying yes to others without saying no to myself is also something I'm still learning. Protecting my peace is very important to me, even when it means walking away from people who drain me. I'm working on believing that I matter. Even when I'm rejected, I still matter. And the seventh is, you know God by experience when you obey him and he works through you. Every time I speak, every time I write, every time I share what I once hid in shame, somebody tells me that's what I needed today. And they might just be saying it, but it means a lot to me because they saying that's what I needed today. Those words is what I needed. I needed to hear somebody say that's what I needed today. But even if I don't hear those words, I know that I know God by experience when I obey him and he works through me. And that makes me feel that in a way, God needs me. Even though God is sovereign and can do everything by himself, the God within me needs my voice to speak that is what he's put inside of me. That's when I feel God. That's when I experience God. Not in a pulpit, not in a pew, but in the raw exchange of survival stories that I'm using for healing. Healing for me and hopefully healing for somebody else. So yes, I'm a 46-year-old black lesbian mama, former sergeant, a woman carrying scars and spirit in the same skin. And I've come to know this. Experiencing God isn't about being flawless. Experiencing God is not about being flawless. It's about showing up in the mess again and again and realizing God never left. He's been here the whole time. I know some of y'all think experiencing God is like ordering off Uber Eats. You hit a button and boom, your blessing shows up in a paper bag with extra napkins. But let me tell you, God don't deliver with no tracking number. He delivers with process, with purpose, with power. And if you ain't ready for the 7 realities, you're going to miss the miracle standing right in front of you. God is always at work around you. Not sometimes, not halfway, not when he feels like it, but I'm talking about always. When your bills are stacked, God is at work. When your tears are falling, God is at work. When you lose your job, your mind, your marriage, your weight, guess what? God is still at work. God is chasing you. Now, I know some of y'all grew up like me in a strict house, military mommy and daddy, Pentecostal mommy and daddy. We thought God was out here with the switch, waiting to whoop us. But no, God ain't chasing you to punish you. He's pursuing you to love you. God ain't chasing you to punish you. He is pursuing you to love you. And let me say this, God don't slide in your DMs with what you doing. He shows up with I love you, I want you, I need you. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the funny thing. God invites you to the table. He ain't inviting you to watch. He's inviting you to work. Now I know what you're thinking, Lord, I'm already tired. But when God calls you to work, he equips you with the strength you didn't even know you had. It's like when grandma said, hey, come in this kitchen and stir this pot. You didn't know that stirring was teaching you patience. You didn't know that seasoning was teaching you wisdom. You didn't know that apron was teaching you ministry. God is saying, get in this kitchen of life and cook with me. God speaks. Yes, he talks. He don't just text and he don't gossip. He speaks through his spirit. He speaks through his word. He speaks through that little gut feeling you can't shake. He speaks through grandma's prayers, through your therapist's wisdom, through a stranger on the bus who says, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And the real question is, are you listening? Some of y'all got God on do not disturb. The nerve. You better turn that ringer on. God's invitation always brings a crisis of belief. You're going to get hit by a wall. Yeah, that's coming. But do I trust him or do I fold? Do I step out the boat or stay safe and dry? And let me tell you, faith ain't faith until it's tested. Faith that ain't tested is like Wi-Fi with no password. It looks strong, but it won't connect you when you need it most. You gotta adjust. I know you thought you could keep living the same old way, but no, when God calls, you gotta rearrange furniture in your life. You gotta shift some friendships, move some habits, cancel some subscriptions. Not Netflix, though. We're gonna keep Netflix. I mean, that ex. Cancel that ex that keeps texting you after midnight. God says you can't walk into your destiny carrying yesterday's baggage. You can't walk into your destiny carrying yesterday's baggage. You know God through obedience. You come to know God by experience when you obey him, not when you talk about him, not when you repost a scripture meme, but when you step out and do what he told you to do. Obedience is the key that unlocks the knowing. Obedience is the key that unlocks the knowing. And here's the joy. You don't just see God work. You see him work through you. When you forgive and you feel chains break, that's God. When you give and watch somebody else's need met, that's God. When you rise after falling and somebody else says, if she made it, I can too, that's God. So here it is, 7 realities, 7 doors, 7 chances to shift from knowing about God to experiencing God. He's always at work. He's pursuing you. He's inviting you. He's speaking to you. He's testing your faith. He's asking for adjustments. And he's revealing himself when you obey. So the next time life knocks you down, you tell life, I'm not waiting on God to show up. He's already here. So your turn. Which one of the 7 realities of experiencing God speaks to your journey the most right now? Is it trusting him when life feels impossible? Making that major adjustment? Or stepping out in obedience even when you are scared? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if this word blessed you, don't just sit on it. Hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a breakthrough today.
Left, right, faith and stride. God on my side, can't be denied. Marching through fire, marching through flood. Chased by love, chosen by God. I was broken, thought I lost my way, but His mercy walked in and led me straight. In the valley, His light still shines. Love was chasing me the whole damn time. Who chased me? Oh, chased me. Who chose me? God chose me. Chased by love, chosen by God. Even in the storm, I never forgot. Grace called me when the world said no. Mercy said yes, and it won't let go. Look, came from the struggle, scars on my name, but God flipped the script, turned my shame to flame. Tried to break me, but I still rise. I'm a soldier of faith with fire in my eyes. Tested, but I'm rooted. Storms can't drown me. His love so loud, can't keep it around me. Marching in step, destiny's call. Chosen by God, I'm standing tall. I'm not forgotten, I'm not alone. Marching with heaven, this is my home. His love surrounds me, His grace won't fade. Covered in power, I ain't afraid. Chosen by light, even in the storm, I'll never forget. Grace called me when the world said no. Mercy said yes, and it won't let go. Won't let go, won't let go. Yeah, He chose me, He knows me, He holds me. Not by chance, not by luck, by divine design I rise up. Chased by love, chosen by God. That's my story, and that's enough. Yeah, He chose me, He knows me, He holds me. Not by chance, not by luck, by divine design I rise up. Chased by love, chosen by God. That's my story, and that's enough.